Hey, hello everyone. I am PyroFalkon and I'm very, very tired Falcon, and this is Monster Rancher Advance 1. I can already tell this is going to be a stream where it's going to sound like I'm drunk half the time. I'm just so tired today, and I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know what's going on with my body, but I'm kind of barely hanging on. And I'm so tired that my brain is on extreme sleep deprivation. So I'm going to finish this stream and then probably immediately take a nap, if not just go to bed, which sucks. I'm very tired, which is also why this one's coming a little late, but it doesn't matter. We'll get through it. I just might need to lean on you guys for a little extra help. So we are raising Shredder, who is a Zan Durahan, and he's our Generation 2 monster with mid-200s for a lot of his stats. So our plan with him is we're going to try to make money. He is not going to beat the game, probably. If I can actually get to the S-class in a year, which isn't even really possible, I don't think, then we could try. But the real plan is we're just going to get his stats up as high as we can. We're going to have him make us a bunch of money. He's going to combine with the dragon that we already have in storage, who is a Generation 2. And then we'll have a real Generation 3 monster, and hopefully enough money that we can just buy the training at that point. So that is the plan. We haven't examined Shredder's stuff yet. Okay, so he does have armor, and he has high toughness, so he's going to be very defense-oriented. Resists mind. Okay. He only has 2 moves. The one that really gets us through as a Zan is called a Rising Rave, and so we want to teach that to our boy as soon as possible. So we need to take advantage of every sale. We have $38,000. That should get us through for him. But we also want to enter every tournament we come to, except this first one. He's not going to be ready already. Oh. Hi, Aroma. I didn't mean to hit select, but it's good to see you. Hello, chat. Thank you for joining the stream. Jenergy, Jaren, and Ledge are already chatting. Am I being negative in here? I already have forgotten what I said that might have triggered that. I'm so tired. I cannot express how tired I am. Alright. Jesus, Jaren, thank you for the donation. Already getting started to off to a good foot. Jaren says, "Have a great stream and best of luck getting the win. I will try." You can hear from my slurring. I promise I'm not drunk. I've said before, extreme sleep deprivation and being drunk basically triggers the exact same neurological response, and I am just that fucking tired. I was actually tempted to just call off the stream today, but I'm gonna push on. I'm doing okay. It's going to be fine. What's his lowest stat? Life, technically. Okay, well, that's great. So he can work with Life Giver for the moment. We'll enter the first tournament that we come to. I guess I should mark it on the calendar. The first not official tournament. You can call off the stream. Sleep is very necessary. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if I go to sleep now, I'm gonna be asleep until like 9 in the evening, and that's not good for anyone, so I will be okay. Let's see, battles. It's just gonna take me a little longer to do things. It's gonna take me a little extra braining to remember what I'm doing and such. Did I just say the exact same sentence twice? I do have good news. So, call me dumb? Or maybe not. It just... I guess I didn't know, and you can't blame someone for just straight up not knowing. I'm gonna clean my computer today. I finally got some compressed air. But while I was shopping for compressed air yesterday, indirectly, I found out that there are really tiny but high-powered fans you can get, which I didn't know. And it's so obvious once I saw the product, but I just didn't know it was a thing. It's basically just a little handheld fan that has extremely high RPM, and then it has a bunch of nozzles to force the air into a very narrow spot. So, I'm not gonna say the product here, mainly because I forget it, but I was on Amazon, and there's one specifically where it's like, it's only like $30 or $40, and the reviews said that it lasts multiple years. One lady, the top review, said something like she had hers for 5 years and it was still going strong. And I'm like, compressed air is expensive now, man. I just got a 2-pack of compressed air through Walmart in order to clean my computer today, and that cost $16. And it's like, okay, so for double the price of a 2-pack of air that is going to last me one cleaning session because of how dirty my computer is, I could just buy a fan that will last multiple years. With as dusty as my apartment gets, and with as much that my livelihood depends on technology and keeping shit clean, it just seems obvious that that would be a perfect purchase for what I do. And technically I could probably use this as a tax deduction. So that's gonna be my thing today. Actually, since Jaren gave me a donation, I should just get it. I mean, it's not gonna do me good at this second. That's what the compressed air is for. Like, it's that much of an emergency that I need to clean out my computer that I wasn't willing to wait on Amazon shipping to buy the buy the thing from Amazon yet. But anyway, I had never known that there was a little handheld fan, and it just makes sense, you know? Why would that not be a thing? Just a little rechargeable, cordless fan that you just blast for as long as the battery lasts. So maybe I won't listen to you during battle because it's not loyal enough. 18. Ugh. Well, we're gonna try anyway, because I have a feeling as long as he gets a move in, he's going to win the fight. Because, I mean, 150 is competitive for the E-class, and he's got 250s. And it's like, he'll be fine. Even if he doesn't listen to me half the time, as long as he lands one, we'll be okay. Take all that dust and hair out of your computer and knit yourself another Nisi. There's probably enough in there. I'm going to, when I take the panel off my computer to blast it, I'm going to do a before and after picture, because it's so bad. I did that one picture that's through the glass panel, and that does not give a good sense of how dirty the thing is. Even as I'm sitting here and I was doing my initial tests, and as we're here, like, I'm not running much, folks. The emulator does not take that much power. Right now, my GPU is only 30% utilized, and it's still up to 46 degrees Celsius. Like, this is a problem, and one I will be fixing today after this stream. We've already got a plan. I'm going to mask up because my allergies are going to freak out. But we've got our air purifier going, and I'm going to just shoot the shit out of it and spread dust all over my living room and be upset at myself, but at least it'll be clean, and then I can vacuum later. Nice domestic bullshit. Let's see. I think Nisi would not allow another Nisi to exist in her queendom. That's probably not untrue. She was a pain in the ass today. I fed her breakfast, and she is just demanding second breakfast. Normally, she just tries to see what she can get away with, but she has been very clingy today because she wants more food. Oh, there she is, bringing her favorite toy. Yep, she brought a melon. There we go. Got him right at the end. I was worried about that one. But I also wasn't fighting efficiently. I was distracted. She is. We cleaned off the coffee table, so I have a space to clean my computer, and Nisi has decided that's her new spot, so she's just prancing around the coffee table, and prancing around the couch, and prancing around the floor, and just... She is very back to normal, folks. Right now she's showing her butt to us. It's a real power play, Nisi. I'm so happy she's back to normal. But we're also going to try to get her into a primary care vet and see if we can get her little teethies fixed permanently. She might have to lose a tooth, but at least it won't cause infections anymore, and she won't be in pain. Oh, she's laying there with you, Akamura. She's looking at you. Why aren't you petting her? Oh. Aw, poor thing. She never gets affection. Except all the friggin' time. How are you feeling today, Akamura? That's good. I mean, not good that you're crunchy, but, like, good that that's all it is. You sound like you're in pretty good shape today. Hey, defense. Fantastic. And we got a nitro berry, which I can't remember if I bothered with. Oh wait, doesn't nitro berry fix fatigue or something? Yeah. I haven't really found a use for those. I mean, I'm sure there's a way you could do it where you could do a no rest strategy or a less rest strategy. If I remember right, we tried that and it just didn't really work out for us for some reason. I tried alternating the fatigue berries with the stress berries like old school Monster Rancher does, and it just didn't work. I forget which monster we tried that on, but it just was not effective. Okay. We're gonna try the next official tournament. He's still probably not going to be loyal enough, but this proves once again he's going to be fine. All he has to do is land a shot, and he'll be okay. A food item that makes you not have to sleep ever. Pyro needs that. Oh my god. Dude, I actually had a thought. One of my hypothetical situations where, let's say the government develops a drug. This is all hypothetical. No one's think I'm frickin' being weird or conspiracy. Shut up. Anyway. Kind of a would you rather. But let's say the government develops a pill that allows you to, like, when you swallow this pill, you immediately feel like you've had a good night of sleep, like a good quality amount of sleep. All of your energy resets to 100%. But the pill knocks a week off of your lifespan at the end. Would you still take them? And you can take or not take the pills whenever you want. Like, the government gives you just this big-ass bottle of them. How many of those pills are you actually going to take? And I played with the time. The first time I thought about it, it would be you take a pill and you get your energy, but you lose a day. And I'm like, that's not really that challenging because you're already kind of gaining that day back in productivity. So that doesn't... Because you'd be asleep for 8 hours, so it doesn't really matter. So that's why it's like, you take a pill, you get instant energy for 1 day, but you lose a week. So, do you take it? It'd be a net loss. So, it's just a fun shower thought. This exists. It's called meth. Well, that's a good point. I hadn't considered that. Although I think meth takes a little bit more than a week off your life, but that's fair. Ginergy says, I'd rather sleep and enjoy a beautiful dream. So that's a lovely positive spin on it. I have too many nightmares, man. That wouldn't work for me. Ugh. I promise I'm kind of actually okay right now. I'm just tired. I have a big-ass cup of coffee for myself. So, we should be alright. Man, developing his life as his first move is really doing well. We started that, what, 2 monsters ago? Especially with a life giver who, you know, he can't be any more specialized. And he's doing fantastically. Yep, we'll be ready, Aroma. Thank you for letting me know. He hasn't missed a single training regimen yet. It's... Usually babies just do. It's almost scary. Ew. Excuse me. So yeah, this one should not be trouble unless I get unbelievably unlucky with him not listening to me and eating damage. Let's go, Shredder. Good dodge. And let's fight correctly this time instead of me just randomly hitting buttons like the last time. There we go. He's not coming back from that, no matter what he does. Go ahead and lick me, I dare you. Oh no, you hit me for 1 damage. How will I ever recover? Kick him. Yeah, he's not in a good place right now. Boop. I booped ya, Scroud. I wonder how Suezos don't go blind with the amount of hits they take to their 1 eyeball. Ugh, God. Even more horrifying. Yeah, we got nearly 300s in accuracy, defense, and life. Holy crap. Whatever. Yeah, go ahead. Keep wincing me. It's fine. Okay, somersault is stronger, but leg kick is more accurate. That's what I thought. And again, he's already not coming back from that. I mean, he would have to land basically every bite for the rest of the fight, and I would have to do nothing back to him. He's done. Get him. It's okay. No, we don't need to force the issue on the D class. Get him. Spam, spam, spam. There we go. 2 for 2 with 2 knockouts. Keep going, Shredder. I knew you'd do fine. Jaren says, I'm considering making a tank pixie for competitive Monster Rancher. That'd be fun. Yeah, I had mentioned our next run of Monster Rancher is going to be Monster Rancher DS. And I want to try an intelligence run because I've never done an intelligence run as long as I've done YouTube. Because I prefer power moves. So, we're going to try to make a tank wizard one way or another in Monster Rancher DS. Come on, Shredder. That's how we would lose. It's if I can't get a single move off. Or just keep missing as we do. Because right now he's winning, so we need to try to get in some damage. Damn it. Alright, switching to accurate moves. We have no choice. Come on, Shredder. There you go. All I needed was one. I'll take a follow-up. That's fine. Even better. 3 for 3 with 2 knockouts. Pyro can't use intelligence. He needs it to use it. Look, all the cute but dumb anime girls in the games just drain my intelligence away. I can't remember if the DS girl is that dumb. It's been so long since I did that series. I think she is. I think isn't that the Monster Rancher where like one of the first side characters is a dude who is so in love with her that he bites his tongue? I remember I gave him a modified Cecil voice. He's getting the Cecil voice when we redo that series. Although if I was strictly accurate with me, I would give him just my natural voice. Who else would be more distracted by cute anime girls? Get him. Well, 4 for 4 with 3 knockouts. Keep it going. I knew we wouldn't have a problem. We are way overpowered for this class. So even if we're going to use Shredder... Oh my god, I already feel so much more awake now that I drank some coffee and started talking. Even if we only use Shredder for money, still getting him to the A class as fast as possible is what we need to do. But once he's there, I'm going to have to make that decision because we calculated earlier that, last week, that if you want money, you stay in the A class. Because once you get to the S class, individual tournaments really don't reward you with much. So to maximize cash, you get to the A class as fast as possible and stay there. Now... So that means we have to make the choice at that point. Do we want to try to beat the game with Shredder? Because if we do, we need to actually get him to the S class as fast as possible. So if he loses in the Big Four, he'll have time to try him again. I don't think he can. I think we need to go one more generation. And then that way all the work we put into our dragon will actually make a difference too. But if something really wacky happens and Shredder suddenly is just tearing shit up and punching above his weight, you know, maybe, but we'll see. Alright. We won! It seems pleased. It sure does. Where are my allergy pills? Oh, they're in my coat. Okay, well, that's not gonna happen. Oh, good. Perfect. Excellent. Good time for this. Because that way I can try to get... I wish I remembered which training technique taught him Rising Rave. Because that would be a little bit more helpful for me. I assume it's power. I can just put him on whatever course that says that he's most likely to learn a new move anyway. Okay. Likely. Probably. Likely. Likely. Probably. I wonder which is more of a chance between the phrasing probably and likely. My guess would be probably. I never did look that up. That would be a mechanic that... Oh, whatever. Okay, so sense is intelligence. We don't want that one. I think there were 2 probablys. Oh, was that the only probably? Oh, there's probably. Okay, so that's toughness. So that's defense. That's fine. Do defense. It doesn't matter. Would I name a Suezo Krang? Only if it's brain-like. Are there any brain-like Suezos? Alright. Get him. Nicely done. Yep, that should be enough, but I would prefer one more for insurance. Good dodge. Get him. Okay, that's fine. Switch to accuracy. Ah. Spam, spam, spam. What are you doing over there, Akamura? Wow. It's a loud-ass package. Don't apologize. Good. It was a loud-ass package. Okay. It looks like Shredder gained a new skill. Way to go, Shredder. Okay. Thank you, Aroma. Hopefully he got the right one. He did not. You know, I'm still gonna take stab over leg arc, because I think stab is more accurate. Yeah, it is more accurate. It's a C accuracy. But that means he's gonna have to go back into training again. But that's fine. I mean, I don't need to force it. I don't need to go out of my way to spend the money. He's got plenty of stats. Just keep working on your life. Okay, I think we're back. Yeah, Genergy says we are. We have no audio at the moment while I'm kind of plugging shit back in. That was... I've never had OBS itself do a hard crash like that before. Yeah, we're stable now. Maybe it's been an OBS problem. Alright, whatever. Why do you have to disconnect when I'm talking about my dad? My gosh. Hello, Omni Vendetta. Thank you for joining the stream. I still have all my Game Boy Color Monster Warrior games. I love them. I have to pick these up. Never played a Monster Rancher game in my life, but damn, this looks fun as hell. I fucking love Monster Rancher. It is one of my favorite franchises. Monster Rancher Advance 1 and 2 are 2 of my favorites because of how they reward long-term planning. But there is a remake of Monster Rancher 1 and 2, which are different from Advance 1 and 2. But anyway, the remakes of 1 and 2 are called DX, like Deluxe, and those are on Steam. So if you're interested in the Steam ones, they don't control all that great, but they work fine. It's good stuff. Huge recommendation. Back to what I was saying, just TLDR, is that when I was a child, my dad would get comic books for me, and I got... Did she actually take that off? Yes. I thought I can't... Whatever. And it was Ninja Turtles, and what breaks my heart from a collector's standpoint is we had the original Ninja Turtle comics back then, and that's what he got for me, and I have come to find out that they have been chemically ruined. They were never mint because I read a lot of them, you know, but they were in good condition. Unfortunately, they have been chemically ruined, which really sucks, but I would still keep them forever because they mean so much to me. And I liked the Turtles past tense. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I just kind of fell out of that fandom. So I don't know anything about the Turtles nowadays. I am ready. Wait, you weren't asking me. You were asking the monster. Still. Loyalty 68. Even his loyalty is still low, and yet he's going to be fine. Because he's just, like, way too overpowered for this situation. Alright, hello Pixie Girl, Pixie Tiger. You'd be one of my favorites. Yes, I appreciate the kisses. But, please get kicked in the face for me. Omni says, I'm picking them up on Switch for sure. Then, yes, Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX are on Switch, as well as Monster Rancher Ultra Kaiju, which is the latest one, but I don't personally recommend Ultra Kaiju. Gameplay-wise, Ultra Kaiju is fine. It's not a bad game. But Monster Rancher as a franchise has so many great entries that an okay entry is just kind of not even worth it. Ultra Kaiju is okay. It's just missing the charm of the old ones. But Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX are the old ones. So they have all the charm, but they also have good graphics. So, highly recommend. Stabber. Alright, well, that's fine. We still won. In my 30s, so I have a varied collection of consoles and handhelds. Hell yeah. I wonder if most of mine still work. They should. Like, I still have an original run Super NES. I mean, even if the cartridge batteries are all dead by now, the console should still function. I try to take good care of my stuff. Aside from those comic books, anyway. And Genergy says, when you do pick it up on Switch, I'd recommend Monster Rancher 2 over 1. It has a lot more to offer. I agree. Monster Rancher 1, the developers were still kind of figuring things out with what they wanted to do. And there were some mechanics that have never been revisited, such as in Monster Rancher 1, when you train, the flavor text of training is that you are taking a job to train, so you gain money for training, which is very strange. And Monster Rancher 2, though, felt more like you're a coach training, you know, athletes. And Monster Rancher 2 laid the foundation for every Monster Rancher that came after it. I will say also, Monster Rancher 2 is probably one of the most documented games on the internet. So if you are a min-maxer, if you really want to know how it works behind the scenes, Monster Rancher 2 is so well documented, especially on legendcup.com, that you can get all the information you need. I don't like doing it that way because I want a little bit of the mystery, so I don't like knowing all those inner mechanics, but that's just me. And I absolutely get the mentality of knowing those inner mechanics. It's just not a thing I typically personally go for. Alright, so the next tournament is an official. If I send him on special training now, he'd be back in time for it, but wouldn't be able to rest. So that's not smart. So we'll just sign up for this one and continue his normal training. Yeah, as Ledge says, optimize the fun out of it. Some people like optimizing the fun out of it, you know, to each their own, I guess. I have looked at formulas as curiosities. Like, Bulbapedia is a wiki for Pokemon, and the original Pokemon is also an extremely well-documented game. And on the Bulbapedia, they have the exact formulas that the game uses for math for damage calculations. And I find those intriguing, but I also don't want to memorize that shit because that would optimize the fun out of it. I mean, we all have fun in different ways, right? So I'm not going to sit here and bitch at a person and be like, oh, you're playing the game wrong if, you know, a particular person likes that kind of thing. To each their own. But, yeah, I like having the mystery. Which is also why I don't save scum on Monster Rancher games. Even though a lot of people do save scum to get their perfect monster. And I get it, but I don't do that. Hello, Relaxing Snorlax. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm actually home when you're live for once. Serendipitous. Hey, excellent. I'm glad I didn't call off the stream then. I'm so tired. But it's okay. It's just lack of sleep and a fucked up schedule, which is about to get more fucked up. It is what it is. For those who don't know, I am a professional tax preparer, and tax season for me is starting soon. For most of the rest of you, even Americans, tax season won't start until January, but as a preparer, I have to go through a whole bunch of training and testing, and I teach the class for new preparers. So all of that is happening soon, and I've been in meetings, and we've been doing a bunch of crap, try to get ready for next year, and kind of have a feeling it's not going to get any better in the short term, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, we're still sticking with our Monday, Wednesday, Saturday schedule for streaming, with Final Fantasy XIII on Mondays and Wednesdays, and Monster Rancher on Saturdays. But you guys will be the first to know when I have to adjust that. But Pyro, you're on the internet. Bitching at people for doing it wrong is half of the people here. Well, yes. Plus, I'm a YouTuber, so, you know, I need to say that everyone who doesn't agree with me is 100% wrong and evil. And there is no such thing as nuance. And if you don't love Final Fantasy VI like I love Final Fantasy VI, you're a terrible person who abuses animals and needs to be put away, because that's how seriously we take video games here on YouTube. Yes, Hakamura? Wow, that got Akamura hard. You're laughing because you know it's kinda true. Yeah, pretty much. I still wonder if that's why my YouTube channel hasn't gotten over that hill, because I am too chill and, like, I'm playing video games for a living, man. It's not important enough to get too heated about anything. Like, this is not an important job. The act of being there for you guys and being a distraction for you guys and a source of entertainment for you watching this, that is important. But that is the important part. It's not the medium. Oh no, Ginergy says Final Fantasy X is better than Final Fantasy VI. Fighting words. We're gonna have to light someone on fire. Ah! I do love Blitzball. Oh god. So, for anyone kind of joining recently, Ledge gave it the name, but we are doing, or at least I'm considering doing, a Final Fantasy World Tour, by which I mean playing every fucking Final Fantasy game. We already have 6 in the on the channel to completion twice, and we just recently finished 12. We're working on 13. I want to do the Pixel remake of 6 and get all the achievements on that one. And Akamura needs to witness 4 because she's never seen it. She also wants to do 8, and I wanted to do 8 and give it an honest shot because I fucking hate 8 and want to give it another try. So because of this, and because we've switched to streaming only, we might just be doing Final Fantasy for a while. Until, or unless Rebellion comes out with an Evil Genius 3, and then that'll take over my entire channel. But short of that, I'm having fun with this Final Fantasy World Tour thing. And they'll go a lot quicker than 12 did, because I'm not frickin' going to try to platinum every goddamn one of them. So... yeah, man. I like this idea. Thank you, Akamura. We're gonna light someone on fire, let it be Snow from 13. He'll melt. And that's okay. I'm slightly sad, so I'm gonna fall to my knees and shake my fist at the sky and go, "Bah!" I think that was a dead-on impression of Snow. Alright, come on, Shredder, you gotta... I mean, you landed 1, but that's not insurance. Thank you. God, you're missing, like, frickin' every other move. Snow really was falling to his knees in a fucking Walmart? Yeah, pretty much. They're out of sun chips! No! Alright. He won't speak to the manager, though. That's Lightning's job. Okay. 350 is the threshold for the B class. He needs power, he needs accuracy. Defense is slightly behind, but... And we're in the C class, so he's gonna be fine. Lightning wouldn't speak to the manager, she'd kick them through the window. You know what? I approve of that headcanon. Hope would just go on a 15-minute narrative tangent about why life is terrible because there's no sun chips in it. Holy shit! We need to do more Final Fantasy protagonists go to a Walmart backstory. That really gets their personalities across. God, you really don't show more of your personality than when you're shopping in a fucking Walmart. Get in there, Shredder. Get him. Kick him right in the head. Vanille still steals all the ice cream. She'll also skip and giggle the entire time. She'll want to look at... Okay. Nope. Nope. Come on. Damn it. I mean, we won. I'm just saying, damn it, that we didn't get a move off there. Bah. Oh, well. We got the victory. That's all that matters. And now Shredder is in the B class. Vanille would probably be in, like, the stationery section to look at all the fake pretty flowers and comment on every single one of them. Zaz just wants to go home. Alright. Vanille would forget what sun chips are and laugh about it whenever it was brought up. Yup. Alright. There we go. Dude, we need to explore more of this. I hope you can join me on Monday, Akamura. Oh, you can't, can you? Well, wait a minute. How early is that going to be? Oh, you'll be done by then, unless you work that night. Stream's at 3. If that appointment takes you 5 hours, something has gone wrong. Something has gone very wrong. Hey, Shredder just hit adulthood, and he's in the B class. He's only 9 months old. He's got a chance. But he doesn't have the stats right now. That's my concern. I don't think we should go for beating the game with him. He needs to earn money, because then we can beat the game with our Zan Dragon whenever we get that going. Yeah. Okay, so here he might actually not be able to dominate this fight. Fang would be complaining about all the seasonal stuff she liked being discontinued the whole time, but she would be getting the task done. Yes, she would. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fang would definitely stick to the list. Oh, God! Dumper. Alright. Okay, Dumper. I'm surprised how little damage the rollers do. He just switched to his second bar, which has no moves on it. What are you doing, you idiot? Actually, it's fine, Dumper. Just keep being stupid. I would appreciate you being a dipshit, because then I can just keep kicking you. If you would stop dodging my moves, please. But this is fine. If you're going to stay like this where you're not even going to do a move against me. There we go. That actually did not do that much damage. See, so he needs power. Shredder, that is, needs power. Because at this point, he's not doing enough quality damage. And I'm not surprised because the threshold to be competitive here is 350. He's what, 277? So he needs to do training. I just wanted to take advantage of doing a tournament. I'm making myself laugh thinking about Hope giving a 15-minute soliloquy just because you're out of sun chips, because it's so a thing he would do. He'd also blame the company that makes sun chips for killing his mom. Anyway, it's fine. Stop licking me, Mochi. Okay, fine, I guess. I really wish you had done that later in the match, but that's okay, I guess. Why are you not dodging those, Shredder? Like, we're gonna have to land a couple moves here, or try. You're gonna have to save those guts. There you go. There we go. Alright, we're fine now. Get him, get him, get him. Okay. Not great. We need power to come up. You love, hate, hope. Anyone that I get to do the Cecil voice for is definitely a love-hate relationship. Hope is in the on-site hair salon complaining to the hairdresser, which is doubly annoying because he's supposed to pay. I don't think Hope will ever be in a position to have money. He'll be too busy being upset all the time. That's true. He might be using his dad's card. Alright. You gotta remember these for Monday, Akamura. Provided I can get by the fight that stopped me, where I'm raging internally about how annoying it is. Dude, I spent 3 hours grinding. No, 4 hours grinding. to get where I need to go with that. So we better be ready. Because, like, Zaz is completely topped off in my file now. He's got maximum stats all across the board. He better be fine, or I'm going to be upset. Alright, frickin' land 1, Shredder. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, that was his first loss, because he missed most of his attacks and only landed the weakest one against a defense-heavy monster. Well, we got second, so we get money, we get stats, and I'm not upset, because it's, yeah, power was his lowest number, still is. It's way below the threshold that it needs to be. Accuracy is too. So we need to get both those numbers up. Not bad for what little he had, but we need to improve. And we still need to get Rising Rave. Still got the stream to catch up on. What was the fight you got up to? So I'm actually to the point now that I had stopped when I first played. Zaz is fighting his Eidolon, and I couldn't get past it. And I bitched and moaned about the way the game handles... The developers made it to handle those Eidolon fights, because I don't like it. And I will save that secondary rant for Monday, because... And that was the first time he failed training. What are you doing, Shredder? Once I got done with my rant and got off the stream, I thought of the better way I could word why I don't like the way they do the puzzle bosses in Final Fantasy XII. Hey, perfect timing on that again. Because... So, in game design, because this applies to Monster Rancher also, so it's relevant, and I don't mind saying it. In game design, you typically want to give the player feedback. I mean, it's something that I've said all throughout my YouTube career, that I like feedback and transparency on mechanics. You don't need to give the math, but in Monster Rancher, if you're unable to hit accurately, you need accuracy. Like, it's that freaking simple. That's all you need to worry about with Monster Rancher. If you don't hit hard enough, start hitting harder. Like, what you need to do is always very obvious, even if there are 1,000 paths to get you there. But what you need to do in any given situation is usually pretty obvious. Puzzle bosses are fine, but they have to give you a chance to understand what's going on, which is what Final Fantasy XIII fails at. That's why I don't like it. And I had some counter examples too. Well, and again, I'll just bring those up Monday. But my point is that I wasn't sure my argument made much sense when I just was blathering last time we streamed it, because it was, you know, stream of consciousness, heat of the moment, etc., etc. Okay. I mean, we've won the fight then, because she can't counter me with just slapping. There we go. Alright. What? Oh my god, I forgot about that meme. Eat, sleep, ear, slap, repeat. Oh my god, that was Monster Rancher 4? That was the original run of Monster Rancher 4. A former mod came up with that meme. Holy crap. Okay. Wow, that took me back. Alright, so we've got accuracy up to 350, which is where we needed it. Power is still lagging. Defense is a little behind, but is not the biggest problem. Did he get Rising Rave? He did not get Rising Rave. He got Tri-Assault, which is not horrible, but we need Rising Rave. We need Rising Rave by the time we hit the A class, or he's not going to have a good balance of attacks. But this is fine. He got some of the moves he needed. Alright, so the next battle... Oh, Golder Cup next week. Alright, we'll sign up for it. Because we still need money. Even if he... Especially if he's not going to go the whole way, we need money. So we may as well do every tournament we come to. Nope, 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 nope. I buttons too many buttons. What? Oh no, it's Dumper again. Wait, that's a good thing. We beat Dumper. We're weak to defense-heavy monsters. We are weak to tanks. Dumper is not a tank. Have you eaten anything good, Akamura? Like, I don't know, are you ready for work? Are you all energetic for work? Have you had your sausages? Have you just eaten candy? Excellent. I don't know, I'm just concerned about you. It was the sardonic excellent. I'm not upset. You're a grown-ass man who can eat as much sugar as you want to eat. I am not mad at you. I am concerned. Akamura did invent a new drink for herself, though, that she loves. What was it? It's a shot of Crown Apple Regal whiskey with a spritz of what? Watermelon pucker liqueur. Which does sound good. And, since Akamura works at the bar now, she is well encouraged to be sipping on that, or shooting up the shots of the boozes. That was almost English. Yeah, we are very unhealthy. You need to come to Ohio and browbeat us into health. I've been a good boy. I've been eating my salads for lunches. Like, I haven't been losing weight because I offset it with burgers and such, but my goal is not to gain, or was not to cut weight. My goal was just eat a little healthier for lunch. I love salads, man. I will eat salads all day, especially Cobb salads. Give me eggs. Who's texting me? Oh, this always happens. Oh, that is Robot Servant telling me about the Cubs game. Very helpful right now, Robot Servant. Yeah, I didn't get to try it. But I think I'm going to try it next time we're at the bar, because it sounds kind of tasty. I'm not a big drinker. Typically. I'm not against drinking or anything like that. Typically, I don't drink because there aren't... I mean, soda tastes better. Like, that's what it comes down to. My tongue likes soda more than it likes booze. Hey, power up to 52. Excellent. So his power is now where we needed it. Wow, we gained like 80 points of power in a month and a half. That's fantastic. So his defense is still below the threshold, but not by much. And the next tournament's the official, so he'll be ready for that one. Hell yeah, man. I can't go to Ohio because I keep having family issues. I can't save money if the hospital keeps stealing it all. Aw. I wanted to turn that into a joke, but I don't. I just feel bad. Always take care of yourself, Ledge. You have been very generous to me in the channel, so always take care of yourself. Please. Today is Shredder's birthday, so he is 1 year old in the B class and about to go to the A class. He's moving fast enough that he could probably go the whole way if his stats were there. I don't think his stats are going to be there, though. Who does the power and defense at the cost of intelligence? That actually might work out. But we need defense. Never mind. We'll do defense life. That's the one we should be doing. That's, yeah, gumdrop. Do it. Bonk. Oh! Ah, come on, Shredder. You're better than that. I know you're not defense-oriented, but you've got to try. Because we're not worrying about speed in this whole deal. We don't have a speed coach, so you're going to have to work on your defense instead. There we go. Good job. Okay. And the Agima official's next week, so it's perfect timing that he's tired, he gets to rest, and then he'll be ready to go next week, and hopefully we can get him to the A class. And Omni Vendetta said bacon cheeseburger for the win. Legend mentioned that Burger King has some sort of brisket burger now that I need to try. You alright, Akamura? Sounds like Akamura wants a brisket burger too, but has to go to work soon, so she can't. You have great burgers at the bar. Yeah, but... yeah. The bar's burgers are quality. They're so good. Good dodge. Oh, you've tried the brisket burger, Omni Vendetta? That's awesome. I will have to give it a try. I can't today. If I eat something that heavy today, I will immediately pass out, and I need to fix my computer. Come on, Shredder. Get your shit together. Land something. He's actually going to be in bad shape here because the golem is defense-oriented. And like I was saying, he's not... He had a 61% chance and whiffed. Ugh. Come on, land him. Oh my god, come on, you've got to land him! That might be a win. That will be a win. Oof. Okay. Shredder, you're really... 1 second. All right. All right. Okay, yes, keep up those dodges, but please land your shots. It's a trip to the couch recliner kind of burger. Oh god, even without me being at... Or even if I was a full energy, it's that kind of burger? Oh no. I am absolutely gonna have to try it now. Come on, Shredder. There we go. That was insurance. Burn some incense. I love the incense smell. No, it's fine. I like your... Which incense do you have? Moon something? India Moon. I do. I like India Moon smell. Maybe that'll help my frickin' allergies. Go, go, go! Kick the mochi! Oh, yeah, Omni Vendetta. The monster on the right is Mochi, and we hate him, so never raise one. And if you ever have a Mochi, the best thing to do with that Mochi is to burn it, drown it, or set it on fire, which is also called burning it, but maybe do both. Set him on fire and then throw him into the ocean so he burns while he drowns. I don't know how that would be possible, but those are the kind of experiments that are socially acceptable when you run them on Mochis. Pyro pro tip. Kill Mochis. When will Pyro do a cooking stream? Hey, Raphael, have you been here? I don't think I saw your name up until now. When will Pyro do a cooking stream? Never, unless we're doing Cooking Mama or Cooking Simulator. Ooh. I haven't done Cooking Simulator in a long time. It is not co-op yet. I haven't seen information about the new one that's coming out, though. It's been on, like, the entry for Cooking Simulator 2 has been on Steam for a year or two, it feels like, but just no information yet. I'll have to check, because I am eager to cook with you. That's one I thought about playing as a fun side project if I get bored, because the original Cooking Simulator has something like 300 achievements, and even though I'm not an achievement hunter, almost all of those achievements are cook X dish perfectly. And that sounds kind of fun to just mess around with, like not doing the career mode, just going into free mode and just trying to get the ingredients right and everything. That sounds like a fun little hangout stream. Now I need to do a stream of it on the channel. And Played Up. I like Played Up. Played Up's a... Wait, is Played Up the one that's the roguelike? I really like the one that's a roguelike. I don't like the one where we're constantly having to scream at each other. Do you know or remember which games I'm talking about, Akamura? So, Plate Up is a co-op cooking game, but I don't remember if that's the roguelike one that I played with a former member of the community. Then there's one that has sort of a cartoony-like appearance that had a sequel. Oh, that's Overcooked. I'm thinking of Overcooked. Yeah, Divorce Simulator. I don't like Overcooked, and I don't know why. I think it's because it's too frantic and, like... That one, it's too frantic and a little too tappy, button mashy. Whereas Plate Up is a little bit more tycoon-y, if that makes sense. So I prefer Plate Up, I think, if I'm saying the right ones. I'm gonna have to look them up now once we're done with this fight. Have we not done Played Up for the show? I thought we did. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I bought that for myself. Alright. Hold on. I got Steam open anyway. Plate Up is the roguelike one. Okay, so yes, that's the one I really like. I thought we did that for the show once. Maybe we didn't. Alright, anyway. Okay, cleared the B class, swept the table, Shredder's now in the A class, and now we have to make our decision. Do we keep him here and maximize our money, or do we, do we push on and try to win the game? I don't think we've got enough money to justify trying to win the game. And if we do that anyway, then all of our work with our dragon is going to be for naught. So I'm going to keep our boy in the A class because he's got probably about 2 years left. And I can minimize our costs by not running special training except when it's on sale. So it's 3,200 for a tournament. Alexa, what's 3,200 times 4 times 2? So times 8. So 25,000. Wait. What? 64. Yeah, it'd be about 25,000. 25,600. So that would get us to $71,000 overall, minus a few thousand for training and other things. And that would probably be enough to just buy the training for our next monster. See, I think that's the right play. Because this game has proven that it's more effective to just buy training than to do anything else. Especially since you can't fail it. So yeah, man, that's the play. Yeah, we'll just stay in the A class with Shredder here. Alright, so what stats do you need now? You need everything, with power being the most behind currently. Okay, let's do life power with not Mochi. I've raised 3 Zans? Holy crap. I do like Zans, they're accurate as hell. So Omni, since you're here, still, the hottest hot tip I can give you when it comes to Monster Rancher, you can beat the game with theoretically any monster. And I don't mean that stat-wise, obviously. A monster with 0 stats is going to lose. What I mean is, you will find your favorite monster one way or another, based on whether you like accuracy or tank monsters or anything like that. I tend to prefer accurate monsters who dodge most attacks, and that's Zan. I'm raising this Zan a little incorrectly. Oh god, it's Batista. Because I'm relying on defense rather than speed. Uh-oh. Oh! And that is why you can't rely on defense. Anyway, sometimes. Golems are mean. Oh my god, he got both of those. He hit 2 25% chances. Fuck you, Monster Rancher. Anyway, so the best thing you can do for yourself when it comes to Monster Rancher is you pick a breed that you like and try to stick with that breed, or at least monsters that are similar enough. So if you like accuracy, you want to stick with accurate monsters because they will all feed into each other and wind up being very, very good. Yeah, golems are tough as hell. Golems are the ultimate tanks in the game. High life, high defense, and they typically have extremely powerful but low accuracy moves. But if you get unlucky, as I did, you know, you're going to get the shit kicked out of you. One difference between this Monster Rancher and Monster Ranchers 1 and 2 DX is for Monster Ranchers 1 and 2 DX, your monsters can die, and your monsters can even insta-die if they eat too much damage in a fight. Shredder probably would have died if this was Monster Rancher 2, or he would be very, very injured. So that is one thing to look out for, because a lot of players don't realize that can happen the first time. Definitely listen to your assistant, because she'll give you a hint when a monster is slowing down and is kind of on their last legs. And at that point, you have to make a decision how far you want to push the monster, because if the monster dies, then you're left with nothing. It's best to retire a monster and then combine that monster with another one down the road, and they make an even stronger third monster, which is what we're doing here. Shredder is a Generation 2, and we had a dragon... What do we have? We had a pure dragon and crossbred that. with a dino, and then so we had a dragon dino. That's our other generation 2. So Shredder is a generation 2, the dragon dino is a generation 2, they will combine to be a generation 3. And we'll have a fuck ton of stats, and probably we'll be able to beat the game. But that's kind of how you advance. It's theoretically possible, but close to extremely difficult to beat the game on your first monster with any Generation 1 monster. That's not the way the game is designed. So keep that in mind, that your first monster is going to kind of suck, but that's okay. And then you combine them with other kind of sucky monsters, and then they stop being so sucky. That is the gameplay loop from a professional writer. Listen to your assistant. Words that Pyro won't say that again. Well, I mean, when they are just giving factual information, they're helpful. Not when they're being little piss babies. He'd listen if it was a pixie. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, pixies are my second favorite breed. Care to guess why? I still like the first... Or I like Monster Rancher 1 pixies, especially, since they're so thick. They're thixies. Pixies just got more and more slender as the games went on, until 4, when they're pretty much sticks. So Pyro, what you were saying is to pick a stat and pick monsters that gravitate around that stat. Exactly. Thank you, Ledge. Yes, that is it. Especially when it comes to power and intelligence, because power is physical attacks, intelligence is magic attacks. So if you just suddenly change your mind halfway through your game, then it's just going to take longer to, you know, raise someone that takes advantage of those stats. It's best to stick, like, decide immediately, do you want physical or magical, and then stick to it. But that all said, especially with Monster Rancher 2, there are ways to maximize all stats for a single monster. It's tough, but it's legitimate. Like, it's not, you're not cheating or anything. You just have to know the technique. You have to, that was some bullshit, Shredder. That was his first loss in a round-robin style tournament. I think that's only his second loss overall, not counting the fucking getting squashed by Batista. Yeah, he's 26-2. God damn. Alright. This is going to be a tough trio of monsters since I'm fighting defense-heavy monsters. I badly need Rising Rave. Another tip is that moves are not created equal. Typically, every monster breed is going to have one move that's objectively better than all other moves. So you have to kind of find it by teaching everything. So for Zans, it's Rising Rave in this game. It's an uppercut that's very high damaging, very accurate, and it's efficient for the cost and guts. So that's what I'm trying to get. I had a feeling he wouldn't get very far in the A class without it. We have to find that move. And part of the reason you breed monsters and stick to one breed is that monsters will pass down moves to their offspring that typically would take some RNG to learn. And I was hoping Shredder would have inherited Rising Rave, but he did not. For some reason, Shredder, he didn't want that chunklet of the DNA. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep grinding away to figure it out. Wow, the one monster that beat Shredder has otherwise lost out in the tournament. So, this is a must-win. And we may have to fight Bakker a second time, but Altot isn't anything. All hot's already out of the tournament. Yes, they can also pass down traits. So yes, that's why breeding is such a big part of the game. They call it combining, but whatever. You just want to make sure... You basically want your early monsters to set shit up for your later monsters to have an easier time. So yeah, that's why I like this game so much, because it rewards long-term planning. Whereas with Pokemon, you can just grind it out. And that's fine. You know, I'm not shitting on JRPGs. But like... And there is some pride to take a level 100 Caterpie and make that the champion. You know what I mean? But I personally don't like the grind as much as the planning and the strategy and, you know, the RNG of combining monsters, that kind of thing. Oh my god, land a fucking move! Your accuracy is not that low, Shredder. It's low, but it's not that low. Oh my god. We're gonna have to work on his accuracy. Alright, please lose, Balker. Damn it. Well, one more fight. Oh, my final point to how you can theoretically win with any monster. Speaking of pixies, pixies are highly accurate, they're very squishy, and they're very intelligent, so they're all about magic moves. And yet, I tend to prefer power pixies, which are pixies that just use physical attacks. Usually pixies have one really good physical attack, so it kind of revolves around whether you can get that attack or not. I have not been able to get a power pixie to work in this game, but on my YouTube runs, I have won the game. Let's see, it was Monster Rancher 4 I won with the power pixie, and I think Monster Ranchers 1 and 2? Didn't I win with power pixies eventually? Like, it just is what it is. Go, go, go! Do an attack! Thank you! God damn! Alright, that should be a victory, barely. Okay. God, we need accuracy and power really badly. Pyro's patented shit-kicking. Exactly. Well, it also... I lucked out in Final Fantasy. Oh my god, I need sleep. I lucked out, so to speak, in Monster Rancher 4... because in Monster Rancher 4, you have move modifiers. So I made a... So there's a pixie that's predisposed to power and accuracy. And I found the physical attack that had high power and accuracy. And I paired it with Windlore, which increases power and accuracy on a move. And I would just spam that move. She was absolutely a glass sniper rifle. If you sneezed on her, she would faint. But... as long as I got my attacks off, they'd have like a 90% chance to hit, and I could two-hit anybody and knock them out, including golems. It was insane. And that was how I went against every piece of advice with Monster Rancher and still won the game, and I pissed off a lot of veteran Monster Rancher players. Even, what was it? I think it was the Monster Rancher 1 run. When I won it with a power pixie, I got a bunch of angry comments that it worked. Like, there were 3 episodes in a row where I think there's a guy who's like, I don't know why I'm watching this, it's pissing me off, and like, this shouldn't be working. And then he got very angry that I beat the game that way. So... I wasn't even trying to troll, which probably made it even worse. It wasn't a challenge, it was just the way that particular monster worked out for me. I gotta love it. Okay, we're skipping the official, we're skipping the invitation. We don't care about any of these matches that aren't paying out, because we're here for money. Give me money. And stat points. God, no wonder he was weak. I didn't realize power was so low still. Ugh. Alright, it's fine. Keep working on defense for now. Okay, now I'm catching up. Yeah, it's a Kasumi. Kasumi pixies are made, you typically get them out of Dead or Alive games, and they're, remember that Koei and Tecmo are the same company, so they got to use their own IPs, which was the whole deal. So if you put in a Dead or Alive game, you'd get a pixie that looks like the lead Dead or Alive girl character named Kasumi, which is why she's predisposed to power, because she's a ninja, and she will do an absolute shit kicking on anything that you fight, provided you have the right move. It's so fun. We need a purple pixie called Ruin. There is a purple pixie. There's a Pixie Naga, which I really like in Monster Rancher 4. Because that's also a predisposed to power. So weird. Like, Monster Rancher 4 is the best one for making power pixies. Because of how many different options you have. That is 2 visits from Ayase in the same day. I don't think I've seen that before, but I'm taking advantage of that ad. Yep, Shredder's tired. It's all good. Pixie Naga would have deadly good accuracy. If I remember right, the Pixie Naga actually has better defense. Like, she is made to be power defense with accuracy as a backup. Like, it's weird. The Pixie Naga is the exact opposite of most pixies with what they're predisposed to. Which is why I like them so much. And they look fucking awesome. I love them. Okay. Is likely you will learn a new move. Possibility that you'll learn a new move. Unlikely. Likely. Hard. Okay, so we'll do power, because that is likely. And I think that is the one that we typically use to get Rising Rave. I could be mistaken, Genergy. It's been a long time. I mean, I have my all-pixie run of Monster Rancher 4, but even that, it's been a year or two since we did that series? And I typically don't play Monster Rancher unless I'm playing it for you guys. So it has been a hot minute. And I keep saying I want to play more Monster Rancher, and then I don't. I get distracted by other games, like frickin' American Truck Simulator that I played all day yesterday. Go, go, go! Well, and, I mean, Nagas typically don't have... Nagas are not predisposed to accuracy. They're predisposed to power and defense. They are relatively accurate, but I think their moves are relatively accurate. More than, like, their stats. They just don't live very long. That's their whole deal. Yeah, suck it! But Pyro, breed a Power Pixie already and goes... Well, yeah, we did do a Power Pixie experiment in the game. It didn't work out for us. Shredder seems tired. Well, he's gonna be a lot more tired if he didn't learn Rising Rave. He didn't learn Rising Rave! What are you doing? Ugh. Okay, dive attack is more damaging, but cheaper and less accurate. So that goes on bar 1. Okay. God damn it. Shredder, you've got to learn Rising Rave. Okay, so... Where's your stats at this point? Accuracy is where I need it, because we're looking at 450 for the threshold. Nothing else is there. So let's do... Let's do life power. That'll get life to 450. He is breeding fodder. I mean, it's not a huge deal if I don't get Rising Rave. I would hope, though... Did we decide whether we were going to do a dragon for the base or the Zan for the base? Because if we're going to do a Zan dragon, I would prefer to have Rising Rave to hopefully pass down to our Generation 3. But if we're using the Dragon as the base, then yes, Rising Rave wouldn't precisely matter. Bonk. I don't know if we ever decided what we were going to do about that. Alright, give me another opportunity to get Rising Rave, though. That way I can guarantee to win matches. Shredder seems tired. Me too, Aroma. Me too. That's why I'm drinking coffee. Hey, look, coffee. Tasty, tasty. Didn't mean to go there. Meant to go to battles. So, next match is January 2, so we've got a little time. Defense just needs one more training, and then we need a bunch of power. Okay. Okay, we've got defense where we need it. Maybe Zan, as I think that has a lot longer lifespan than a dragon. Oh, it definitely does. Dragons, I believe, have the second lowest lifespan. Maybe the lowest lifespan, or they're tied for it, typically. Nagas are not far behind, but dragons are even worse. So, yes. Okay, don't do a special, because the tournament's coming up. So I need power. I don't have any power pluses other than AI monsters, unfortunately. Let's see how good Gottfleet is. I don't think he's very good. I think I'm only going to get like a 12 to 15 out of this. 16. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad for a Zan. So, yeah, we'll stick with Gottfleet for a moment. Gottfleet may not be one of mine, but he's alright. Is this the longest that any of these games have taken me, year-wise? Because if you look in the top left, once Aroma stops blathering, we're at year 49. I don't think any other Monster Rancher took me this long. I mean, I definitely take longer than a speedrunner or any of the professional quote-unquote players, but 49 years, man, that's a long time in a Monster Rancher run. There we go. All right, we've got his power where we want it. So... I'm wondering if we should start... No, he's predisposed to defense in life. Never mind. I was going to say, I wonder if we should get his speed up since he's a Zan, and then that way he can pass those numbers down. But since he's got the trait that he gains defense in life easier, let's get those stats up, because that feeds into how we've been raising all of our monsters anyway. So, January 2. Okay. Alright. Accuracy up to 5. He might need it. If he doesn't get Rising Rave, he will need accuracy up to 500. Like, he is not... I guess what I should do is I should just balance the stats. So we can get defense and life up to 500 first. We get power and accuracy up to 500, and then go to 550 and so on. So if Omni is still here, the reason I'm looking at thresholds, when the game does damage calculations, it's not looking at the exact number, it's looking at the level. So, and you gain a level every 50 points. So for power, 453 is equal to 499, but 499 is not equal to 500, if that makes sense. Like, every 50 points you gain a level. So when I train, I go by levels. So we're going to get defense and life to 500. That'll make them level 11, and then we'll switch to power and accuracy and get those to 500, and that'll get them to level 11, and so on. So when you raise your monsters, look at the levels rather than the hard number. The only hard number that does carry over is life, because that is straight up 1-to-1 on hit points. He has 481 hit points. But typically with the other stats, you just worry about the levels, not the exact numbers. Did I fuck up? Was I supposed to do something this week? I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Defense 500. That's all that matters. Here, have a pill. Okay, next week's the tournament, so we rest this week. No, I was good last week. All right. What? So Akamura is in the other room getting ready for work. Nisi is up in her cat tree taking cover behind one of the scratching posts. And she's peeking around it like she's Solid Snake, waiting for Akamura to come back around the corner. And Nisi is not moving a muscle in her body. And she's just peeking her. What the fuck is wrong with my cat? There's something's wrong with Nisi, guys. There's, you know, when she was being made in the cat factory, they messed up the brain cell count. They did not get enough in there. I would take a picture, but if I got up, she wouldn't. She would move. So, oof. Okay, this is gonna be a tough fight. I am trying to get more Nisi pictures, though. I want to do more. Crowbeak had the suggestion that on off days I need to just do more Nisi posting, which is very accurate. Okay, that's not awful. That was about 9% of his health. I'd prefer 10, but... So, my damage quality is better than his, but he is... Well... If I stay close, I mean, all I have to do is land one more. Actually, I think I'm winning anyway. Get him. Ah, come on! God, all of those are coin flips and we're missing. There we go. Oh, that did fuck all. Well, at least I wasted enough time. Nisi was put together by the Build-A-Cat Foundation. She is part cat, part dog, all crazy and very spoiled. That is extremely accurate, Ledge. See the way she's got her arms wrapped around the scratching post? I don't know what the fuck she's doing. And she's still peeking around the side at you. She does look like she ate a bee. She's so angular right now. She's taking cover from you, but not... Actually, she's just playing and taking cover from you. She's so weird. Yeah, you do. Have a good day at work. Eat some nachos, drink some booze. What a... You won't do the second thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to play Final Fantasy tonight. I need to. Ruin needs money. Alright, bye. Bye, Akamura. Alright, once again, Shredder, just land one, please. Oh my god, with your 42% chance to hit. Come on, buddy, just land one. I swear to Christmas, Shredder. He's not that inaccurate. Like, it's coin flips. He should land one. There we go. Thank you. All you needed was one. Yes, a second one is great. Were you just teasing me? Was that the deal? Were you missing on purpose just to upset me before landing 3 in a row? Good God. Alright. Oh, there's Bacher again. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with him. I kind of lost track. Has Shredder had a third loss now? No, he's 31-2. My gosh, that's so good. None of the other monsters have had this kind of win-loss record. And I don't think Shredder's going to lose too many fights from here on out. Either he's going to have to fight a tank, or he'll be unlucky, or he'll fight a tank and be unlucky. Like frickin' Batista. Alright, get him. Well, that's more than 10% of his health. That's acceptable. You're killing me, Shredder. Got him. Well, we'll just spam from the power set since we're missing so... Alright, go. Wow, dive attack has a 63% chance. 49 damage for 35 guts. That's not very efficient. But at least it worked. And we've got a win with $3,200 in our pockets. Excellent. Points to speed, which went up a level. Life got a little bit too. This is good, man. All right. Things are going all right. And he's in good shape after that? Wow. All right. That means he can get a training in. So power is lower than accuracy. So let's do power. Well, let's do accuracy power. That'll get accuracy to 500. Then we can do power defense. Ah, Squalled. He needs one more. Not itchy today. Shredder wants to ask me something. What did you say? Shredder says brains don't matter as long as I'm strong, huh? Well, even though it'll upset Ledge, yes. Shredder seems to agree with you. Yeah. Yeah, that's just indicating he has no intelligence. It's fine. He doesn't need to be smart. As long as he can take a punch. I hate this message. I know, Ledge. We'll see, and that's why I can't wait for Monster Rancher DS, because we'll be grazing nothing but Smarty Smart Pants. Alright. He deserves no life. You're one of my favorite people, Ledge. Okay, alright, so we did that, so now we're gonna switch to Gottfleet, try to get power to 500, and then repeat the cycle. Hey! What are you doing, Shredder? Scold. Do better. You're not that old yet. You shouldn't be failing those trainings. We're not doing the Agima. Did I fuck up again with the battles? No. I didn't, but I do need to immediately sign up for new ones, so I don't forget. There you go, finally. Yeah, he only needs one more. Maybe two. That's a good offset to his defense going down when he does an accuracy power training. Oh, he'll be okay. I know he's a little stressed, but it's because I've been yelling at him for not doing well. We're almost at another tournament at Roma. It'll be okay. Everything's fine. Nisi is cat spy? Yes. Nisi is absolutely cat spy. She was playing fetch with Akamura, which really isn't fetch, it's throw, because Nisi doesn't bring it back. But Akamura got Taco Bell, and Taco Bell has the best wrappers for throwing that Nisi loves. So Akamura, like, took a paper ball and reared back with it, and Nisi immediately, like, took cover behind a 12-pack of soda that we have sitting in the living room. She just took cover behind that box, and, like, her eyes went as wide as dinner plates. And she got super low to the ground. There is something broken with that cat. Wait, this is the battle? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, okay, we're good. She's looking for her brain cell. She really is. She cannot find it. I do have a picture of her where she's decided that one of her new spots that she likes is to loaf around on the back of my toilet for some reason. She's very weird. I need to get that picture posted too. Alright, Shredder, you got this. You took a small shot, you drained a few guts, but stay close. His fin slap isn't going to do anything, especially if you dodge it. Good job. Just hang out. Alright, kick him. Did you bring a cat or a prehistoric cat? You know, I don't know. Nisi is special. We're gonna get a full tour of Pyro's place via Nisi picks. So one of the things I've been always wanting to do is she does this whole dance when it's breakfast time, and I'm always so tired in the mornings that I just don't want to deal with the camera. But what I need to do is I need to set the camera up the morning or the evening before. That way, in the morning, I can just hit the record button on it. And you can see her little breakfast dance. I had to fix her cardboard box because she has a specific cardboard box that she likes to rub against in the mornings when it's breakfast time. And she had, like, pushed it to the corner. So I had to fix it this morning. And then after I fixed it, she immediately stuck her head in the box and then lifted up, and the box is just hanging off her entire head. She's so weird, man. I cannot express enough how weird she is. Yeah, I need to get the camera set up. I'll wear socks because you have to pay $400 if you're going to see my toes. And just get her doing her little breakfast dance every morning. Apparently, her sneaking about was hard work because now she's falling asleep up there on her cat tray. Being crazy is tiring. Okay, Shredder knocked out whatever those are called. I always forget what those things are called, the crab things, but they have high defense, so that's nothing to sneeze at. Our boy's doing alright. Fortress does not have specifically high defense, but he's still got more defense than most of the monsters, and the fact Shredder knocked him out is a great sign. Arrowhead, thank you, Jenner B. I don't know why I have trouble remembering half the breeds in the game. Like, I know them all by sight. You know, if you showed me a random character on the streets, I'd be like, oh, that's from Monster Rancher. But if it's not a Pixie or a Naga or a goddamn hated Mochi. I'm not gonna know their... Like this thing. I don't know this thing's name. Octopi? Or is that the name of one specific subclass? I was like Octopi? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Oof. That was about 11% of my health bar. Alright, go. We are ahead, but not by much. There we go. That was insurance. Yeah, he's not coming back from that. Or that. Suck it, Noma. Not literally. You did that already. Lots of points in speed. Don't need it, but I'll take it. That was a full level and then some. And Shredder is still in good shape. How are you still in good shape after tournaments? That's banana boats. And there's another tournament, right, because there's a lot of A-class tournaments in a short time span. So we'll rest and then just have another one. Man, I'm hungry. Hashtag Pyro Eat. I want a burger. I'm gonna have to make myself another egg burger. Alright, let's do this. Shredder craves blood. He absolutely does. This day has built history and finally has become a legendary battle. May monster battles live forever. Feel the weight of history. The Mission Cup is about to begin with dignity. It sure is. It sure is, Francesca. I'm just feeling full of dignity right now. Alright, let's go, Shredder. Duckins. I remember Duckins, too, because of how annoying they are. Stop surprising me. Oh, God. Oh, man, Duckins are intelligence-based. I might be using a lot of Duckins next time. Or, like, in Monster Rancher DS. Oh, God. It'd be the worst. Go, 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 go. Gotta land them, Shredder. You've got a better than a coin flip chance. Fucking land them. Go. Ugh. Yeah, it's good that Francesca's cute. She's got nothing else going on for herself. In Monster Rancher 4, she's more intelligent. And she's also way angrier just all the time. Good dodge. This has turned into more of a slugfest than I thought it would. There we go. He's not coming back from that one. And that's a knockout. Excellent job, Shredder. Duckins can... You've had a power Duckin? That's awesome. I'm only familiar... I'm not familiar with their moves beyond Monster Rancher 4, and the only moves I can even recall in Monster Rancher 4 are, like, the little bonk move he does, where he'll extend his neck and then just kind of bonk you with his little heed. Like, that doesn't do that much damage, so I didn't realize he had more options at his disposal. Alright, here's another one of these goddamn fights. I'm going to have to hope that he misses. God damn it. Do it again, but miss next time. 37% chance to hit. Okay, there you go. That's... Wow, that did not do that much damage. Because the last one we did with the A-class monster who we had to fight this way, that hit him for like half his bar. That's interesting. I should get out of dive press range then. I didn't realize that was going to do so little damage, or I wouldn't have risked it. Okay. Okay. Wow. Good job, Shredder. Good comeback. Oof. The cake was certainly a lie. Another 3,200 plus a gold box, which will have a high value item in it. Hopefully a fragment that I can just immediately fucking sell. Defense up a level. Life is right behind it. Hell yeah. Keep it going. That must be the maximum stats you gain from a victory, because he has consistently gotten 60-20 for the last few fights. It's Avahorn! Whatever that is. Wow, this is a rare item. Yeah, it's a rare item that's not sold at shops. Pyro, be sure to put it to good use. Well, depending on what it is, I will. Avahorn. Oh, the translation is so jank. Okay, where is Avahorn? Gives sharp horns. So that increases damage and accuracy for horn-based attacks, which is not going to help where we're going right now. However, just in case I wind up raising a monster with a horn-like attack like a Beaklin, I'm going to keep this rather than sell it. I meant to cancel out anyway. Alright, cool. I did see, though, that we have 2 electric paints, so I'm going to go sell one. I'm going to sell everything we have multiple of. So, yeah, we can sell 1 elect paint. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think so. Wow, we have 5 high toughnesses, and each are 4 grand to sell? Oh my god, sell 4 of them. Hell yeah. Dude, we've got plenty of money now. Because the traits that we really want to pass down will... Don't remind me of the doodle. Will be passed down. We need high toughness, but that'll be passed down probably. I don't remember what Ironheart does. We won't need Sharphorn. We won't need Elect Proof. And then we have all those on. See, we've got so much money we could afford to buy the next camp item. But if we do that, then we're not going to have the money to just buy up the training with our next monster. And that is what I would prefer to use the funds for. At 75 grand, that's probably enough to get him through his entire life. With doing nothing but buying training. So that's... We're in good shape right now. Alright, so now... Lowest stat... Well, we'll do life. That'll get it over the 550. And then we'll work on power and accuracy again. Right? Or, wait, no, I have a power life, right? I have a life power. Yeah, just do not Mochi. Never mind. We'll do it this way. Yes! Everyone hit the like button for Nisi pets. 1 like on the video is 1 pet for Nisi. And she does not get enough pets. Because clearly I spend hours playing at my computer instead of petting her face. So hit those like buttons. Okay, so let's get... Yeah, we'll do accuracy power. I prefer accuracy over power, so let's get that to 550. Defense will take a hit, but it won't take much of one. And then once we get to accuracy, 550, we'll do power. I mean, yeah, power defense. Blah blah blah. We've got our loop here for our boy. Hey, Ayase! And an ad, even better. Do a week of rest, hit up the special training, hopefully get frickin' Rising Rave, and then we'll be in good shape. Power is likely. Sense is possibility. Technique is unlikely. Speed is likely. Toughness is hard. But power was also likely? Okay, do power. Go for it. Because power is lagging anyway, so we need these points. Whatever. 55% chance to hit from in close. Stay in close, Shredder. Frickin' land your attacks, please. Thank you. Not quite 10%. But it's fine. We're fighting a very defense-heavy monster who has a deep life pool. 700 points of life points is quite a bit. But now we are probably winning. If we land one more, we will be fine. Get in his face. Stay in his face. Don't be intimidated, Shredder. Light him up. Land one, please. Oh my god. Okay, thank you. Stop teasing the fight. I think we lost anyway. Yup. Oh well, so it goes. But we got power to 550, life's at 550. We got the skill. That's all we needed out of that. Let's see. Yes, there it is. Rising Rave. Frickin' finally. All right. High accuracy, very high damage. Very efficient for its cost. Finally. All right. So that's pretty much a Zanzai win button. Provided his stats are where they need to be, which they are. We're not doing the official tournament, Aroma. I almost called you Holly. So now we need accuracy. Bonk. Perfect. That's over 550, so now we'll work on defense and life again. We're not doing the official tournament, Aroma. Pay attention to the things I'm telling you. Bonk. Oh, shoot. I just realized I've got Discord messages. Is this something that I need to be concerned about for the sake of the show? It is not. Okay, that's fine. We're going back there. What do I want to feed Shredder this month? More pills, because it's his favorite, and it's high nutrition. Man, Zans may have a slightly expensive taste for their food, but can't argue with the results. Be like a kid who loves the taste of celery. Well, that's not accurate, because celery's cheap, but my point is, it's got high nutrition and high, taste? Whatever they call it. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. Do this. Bonk. There we go. Defense over 600. And we signed up for the tournament that's next week, so we rest. We'll be in good shape. Thank you, Aroma, for the reminder. Let's do it. We are definitely overpowered for the A class now. Hey, it's Bacher again. 657 defense. Well, we've caught the hell up to that, haven't we, you little douche? And now we've got Rising Rave, so we're going to punch your goddamn head off. 72% chance to hit. That's more what I want to see. 70% has always been my comfort range in every single game where percentages like this are a thing. You give me a 70% chance to do something, and I will pretty much always do it. It's been a huge boost for me with Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre. Oh my god, that's the game I need to get back to. I gotta know what happens. Tactics Ogre is so fun. Alright, light him up. Get him. Ah! I was just bragging about the accuracy, you doof. Alright. Spam him. Stab, 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 stab. Just kill time. Doesn't matter if you hit, really. He missed 3 60 or 70% in a row. My gosh, Shredder. Nisi has done a full collapse up in her tree. She is now laying sideways, just all flopped over. Like a stuffed toy that's been discarded on a couch. I love your Ogre Battle playthroughs. It's one of my favorite series of all time. Oh, thank you, Omni. That's very kind. I love my Ogre Battle series. That was one of the ones that I did for fun, and I did not expect it to blow up like it did. It's turned into, like, my 7th most watched series. I think it's the 2nd highest series on my channel that is not Monster Intro or Evil Genius. Which is very unexpected. But I'm glad so many people liked it. My only regret... Oh my god, that is such a powerful move. My only regret with the Ogre Battle series, and I talked about this, I think, last week, is that I didn't do a good job as a host to explain what I was doing, because I had a ton of hardcore Ogre Battle players in the comments telling me how much I sucked and how much I was playing inefficiently. And it's like, yeah, I knew I was playing inefficiently. That was not going to be a 100% efficient run in any context because of the way I was doing it. I mean, hell, there's a unit that's 5 wizards, including 1 in the front row. It is not designed to be efficient. And that I was hoping... Or I guess I was under the mistaken impression that back then when I did the series, that if you are a random viewer and you watch a random YouTuber, you will kind of understand immediately how serious they are. I was wrong. Apparently the majority audience does not think that way. Those of you who do and have followed me, like, you guys are the smart ones, because you have seen my wackiness or weirdness and inherently understood that I dick around and I'm not taking every game seriously. And I think it was even Ginergy that pointed out last week, like, I named my clan the Fluffy Pillows. Why would you think I was taking the game 100% serious? I named my main character Slappy. Why would you think I took the game seriously? You know, but I did get a lot of flack for it. So, while I think it's dumb that the audience, the random audience, did not understand what I was going for, there is a responsibility for me as a host that I should make that clearer. And so, I learned my lesson. So, whenever we do any kind of weird shit now, I try to preface the series by saying we're going to do some weird shit now. Because then if you don't watch episode 1 and you get mad, then you have no one to blame but yourself. But, you know, I should have said early on, like, we're going to be doing some weird stuff and I won't be playing efficiently, and I care more about naming characters than I do maximum tactical outcomes. Maybe that would have deflected some of the criticism. Obviously, it wouldn't have deflected all of it, but... You know, not every Let's Play is for every viewer. So, you know, if you want to ever watch speedrun high-caliber strats, this is not the channel for it. Yeah, as doing the Mayor Morgan voice and saying the word Slappy, like, that's a fucking awesome combination. You gotta be able to save the princess from the ogres, Slappy. Otherwise, the whole country may have some issues. Wait, that's not... Yeah, that's the Mayor Morgan voice. Oh my god, I haven't done that voice in so long, I forgot exactly which one it was. You dumb bastard? That's all I need to say to get back the voice. That was back before I had a Cecil voice, though. I know exactly who I would do the Cecil voice to. It would be Troy. Because he's the young-ish guy who's barely an adult. And you meet him because he hits on the girl if she's leading the team. He'll immediately hit on her. Oh yeah, I love Mayor Morgan. Before I had the Cecil voice, the Mayor Morgan voice was the one I would do the most of. I would find any excuse to do it. Hey, accuracy to a new level, speed to a new level. God damn, Shredder. Once again, gaining 60-20. Holy crap, dude. He is doing so well. I mean, you know, this is also showing why it would be so important to leave your breeding fodder in A class. I hadn't considered it. But if you're guaranteed to win 4 tournaments a year and you're gaining 60-20 in each tournament, that's 320 extra training points distributed randomly, but still that for basically nothing. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, shut up. Sorry, Aroma. Click that. Alright, next tournament is January 2. Right? Yeah, January 2. So, lots of months of training here. It's like half the year. What's your next lowest stat? Life and power. Alright, well, we have a training for that. Not Mochi. Yeah, as Raphael says, seriousness isn't for us. We like weird voices. See, and I still think it's fair. Like, I'm not so up my own ass that I think I'm the funniest comedian or whatever on YouTube. I think it's 100% fair that you watch a YouTuber and you're not into them. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't like the weird silliness or the voices or whatever, then this isn't the channel for you. So, and again, no hard feelings, but like coming here to complain that that's the way I do my show is kind of counterproductive. So that's why I've never really understood negative commenters like that, where it's like, just go. It's okay. You just don't have to be a dick about it. There are plenty of YouTubers I've watched that I've stepped away from, or just, they're not my thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm still clinging to the little scraps of seriousness still around here. Yes, you people caused me. Well, yes, this is true. I do also do storyline analysis, I think, pretty well compared to some YouTubers, but hey, professional storyteller. Frickin' stop getting licked. Do a punch. Thank you. There we go. Now we're gonna win the fight. Stop guts draining me, you doof. Lick. Okay, with that. There we go. Excellent work. Rising Rave for the win. It's the only move we need as a Zan. That was scary. Thank you so much. Shredder defeated a monster that no one in Fimba could defeat. You're lucky to have a monster like Shredder. Haha, thanks. You did it, Shredder. Please take this. I want to show my gratitude. Troy Cat and Axe. Thanks for beating up that animal. Here's some drugs. Really? Gee, thanks, Holly. Thanks for your help today. I'll see you at the next scrimmage. Oh, she's gone. But things worked out for the better. I have drugs. Shredder won. We got the drugs. You were great. Huh? What's this? Wait a sec, it's a tablet. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me pull up my notes. Hopefully Steam doesn't frickin' delete my notes this time. Alright, this one, new note. Tablets. And then we do this, and then we do this. Okay, so hit me with the tablet. Let's see, it says on light. Okay. On light equals... It's probably a doomer. I wonder what kind of monster will come out of this. Let's go to the shrine later and find out. Please don't, capital D, forget on light. Okay. Alright, we'll deal with that when Shredder's ready to tap out. He's still got a ways to go, so we need power. Alright. And for that, I will use Gottfleet. Save the notes in the other place, too. I should. I mean, Steam's normally reliable. I don't know what it did. It could be that the note I gave it before was too long, so I'm trying to break them up a little bit more. But I should keep a backup locally, come to think of it, just in case I play the game again. Okay, so we've got everything up to 600, so we're going to start working on defense and life again and get those to 650. As we do... Everything's going... Yeah, I figure it's one of those Suezos specifically. That's called paper. Dude, I actually bought a legal pad because sometimes it's faster for me to just quickly handwrite something than it is to type it out if I need to, like, make a table. So when we were doing the calculations for item XPs for Final Fantasy 13, I was writing it instead of typing it because it was just faster that way. So yeah, I bought myself some legal pads and good pens for note-taking in the game. There's one game... Okay. For those of you who are here, do you enjoy helping me with puzzles? Like, is that just or not even necessarily me, but like, do you enjoy the interactivity of these streams to be able to help someone? The reason I ask, there is a game, I don't know if I want it. It's an exploration, detective, investigation type of game, which is basically a glorified escape room from what the reviews have said. The game's description, the Steam store page description, mentions that it was designed for you to take notes, where you're basically in a town and the solutions to certain parts of the town are in other parts of the town. And there's not a lot of in-game note-taking. Like, there's no frickin', I don't know, journal. You know what I mean? So, and most of the reviews that are negative have said that it requires so much note-taking that people don't like it. For me, that's intriguing. So, if you guys like helping with that kind of stuff, I might pick that game up specifically to stream it with you guys. But it's only if you're interested. That is the fun part. I like helping you suss things out. Okay. Alright. Because, see, I like that. I like, when I watch... Okay, real quick, just about this game, I don't care about the stats, or I don't care about the moves here, I care about the stats. So, That's why I'm going for power. I just want power to 650. Anyway. I like watching YouTubers figure out puzzles. I don't typically watch streams, ironically. Or maybe not. I'm busy with my own, right? So, but like, one of my favorite videos, as much as none of us kind of like him anymore, Markiplier once did Don't Press Anything, or Don't Touch Any, Please Don't Touch Anything. And one of my favorite moments of that video was that he got to the puzzle that requires Morse code, and he apparently knew it at one point. He memorized Morse code, and he was trying to, like, reach deep in his memory to try to remember what the Morse code was, and he did translate it, and it worked. And it's a cool moment to see someone work out a puzzle and everything click, and he wasn't being his weird loud self for that one, so it was just a cool moment. So yeah, with you guys liking that kind of thing, last I saw, that game I'm thinking of was only $5. That's easily within my price range. I'm gonna have to find it again though. I don't know if it's still on sale. It'll have to wait if it's not, but kind of sleepy. No problem. Have a rest. Okay. So, with that gain, power is where we want it, defense is where we want it. We still need life points and accuracy. So, life comes first. We'll do life power with not Mochi. We'll do accuracy with the ant, whose name I forget, even though I love him so much. I really like the Zan color scheme. Like, it's just so bad. Oh, God. Get one more or one less point of life next time there. His intelligence is only 22. Oh my gosh, he's so dumb. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we need accuracy. And we've got a tournament in 5 weeks. Okay. Angst, that was his name. God, he's still getting high gains on these trainings. He's got time left. Bonk. Ah, squalled. But power is now over 700, so that's even better too. This is going to work out. His offspring is going to be very, very strong. I think this is going to drop defense below 650, but yeah, but we'll get that back real quick. Hey, and the tournament's next week. Excellent. Back to money making. My boss calls tax season money making season, since we don't really get money, you know, throughout the rest of the year. We get all of our income through the first 4 months. So, for Monster Rancher, that's similar here too. At least in the A class. Okay, shut up, Francesca. Let's go. Sorry I told you to shut up that one time. I was much younger. Alright. Oh, you again. Don't drain my guts. In fact, get out of range of surprise, because I don't want my guts being drained. That's fine. I can be pooped on. I just don't want to lose all my guts. Good dodge. %74% chance to hit, and that's not even the highest range it can be. Get in there. 83% chance. There we go. Wow! Oko! Good job, Shredder. Holy crap. Yeah, all this work we've been doing has definitely paid off. We're going to have to face GLaDOS again. So that's going to be interesting to see how much damage I can do to a golem. Defense 544. Okay, so let's see how we do against GLaDOS. Nope. Oh. Wow, that is significantly less damage though than it did last time around. Because last time around it was hitting for 200 plus. We still want to stay out of range of that because we don't want that to happen again, but that's fine. Just charging my guts here. Go ahead and keep wasting yours. 9% chance to hit with kick. Go. Not you, idiot. Go, 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 go. There we go. Bam! Oh my god! True squalled, but he got that close to Okoing a frickin' golem. God damn, Shredder. Living up to the name. Oh yeah, let me try the Durahan also. Because that specific Durahan has a lot of defense too. 651 defense. Alright, but... Oh, and 629 life. Yeah. Okay, and swing does no damage, so we're just gonna stay close. Yeah, that's nothing. We'll just kind of hang out in close. Yeah, this is why I wanted my 3rd gen to be a Zan. Because a Zan Dragon, if I can get Rising Wave early... Oh, you whiffed on a 75%! What are you doing, Shredder? All you need to do is land one and you're going to win this match. That's all you've got to do. Come on. 80% chance to hit. Don't whiff a second time. I will be cross. Go. Thank you. 319. That's solid for fighting something with 600 defense. Oh my god, he missed twice. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow. 3 misses at 70%. Oh, that is some bad luck. But we won anyway, because one is always going to slip through. That's why you always need to hit for quality. One attack is going to get through. Defense gained a full level, and it's squalling me to 700, but that's fine. Excellent work. So then the next battle is March 3. Right? Because, yep, that's the official, so we're going to skip that. Okay. Good deal. Oh, boy. Alright, so your lowest stat is now accuracy. Well, defense and life. Yeah, we'll just do defense life. Just get those to 700. I didn't think he would gain stats this much. Like, this surpasses everything I expected out of a monster that I wasn't buying the training for. Because the whole deal with buying the training means that you're gaining... Like, you're not losing anything in the process. So, shit, man. I mean, he's... That's just nuts. It's like those numbers are incredible for given the fact that I'm not doing anything too fancy here. Yeah, this is the power of a Gen 2, and I mean, I'm eager to see what the Offspring's numbers are going to be, or their starting numbers, because we've seen that it's like. So a pure generated monster starts with like 120s, but then Gen 2s start with 250s. I mean, I'm sure it's not that exponential for the power gains, but if his offspring with the dragon is like in the 300s, I mean, we're going to be in real good shape to beat the game with the next monster. Alright, keep working with Angst. We'll get accuracy up to 700. Defense is going to be a little beat. Oh, no. Defense will stay over 700 as well by the time we get accuracy to 700. Wow. And you just gave me an elect paint, so there's another $3,000. So we're probably up to about $80,000. So when I did my last calculation, if you recall, best case scenario, which is where all you ever do is special training rest, and that's all you do. I estimated it would be about $99,000 to do that for a monster's entire lifespan, assuming you do nothing else, which is silly because you would still do battles, so you wouldn't actually do it that often. But the fact that we have 81,000, we should easily be able to buy our Gen 3 monsters training instead of having to do manual training for his entire life. I mean, I can't imagine that we're gonna... Like, he's gotta be able to beat the game at that point, right? I wouldn't think I would need a frickin' Generation 4 monster to be able to do it. You know, this is another thing about Zans. Since they like pills, then that means they have maximum nutrition the entire time also, which is something that you're not normally going to get out of a dragon. For a dragon, you'd have to be more careful. Okay, so we still... If I rest this week, do the tournament, and then do the special, he would be very exhausted, but he could still do all of that and gain stats. Let's do it, Shredder. 700s across the board. I think as 700s across the board, he has an argument that he would be okay in the S-class. Even against the Big Four tournaments, I think he'd be okay. But his stats wouldn't be this high if I hadn't done so many A-class tournaments. So it's not like I can just say, oh, Shredder would have beaten the game if we had moved him up. That's not necessarily true. Go. We O-code a dragon! For that matter, we O-code the dragon that beat us once. Holy crap! Oh, I love games where you can be overpowered. I don't like games where, like, literally everything constantly levels up around you. No better way to feel like a badass than just beating the shit out of monsters that once gave you a lot of trouble, you know? Alright. Yep, just hang out, stay close, don't let them drain your guts. What did I just say, Shredder? Stay close. Don't let him drain your guts. Yeah, let him do that. That's gonna do fuck all. Exactly. Go. Go ahead and retort. That's what I thought, Jake. Excellent. Okay. Let's do it. Yep, stay close. Your slap won't do anything, even if it lands. His best move is Sucker, because it drains my health and heals him, and it has a high chance to hit, but... Well, that's that. 3 straight Okos. Oh my god. And if he gains 60-20 again, that means he's not even close to retirement age yet. Oh, he didn't gain 60-20. But he did gain 48-16. If he... That's interesting. All the other fights he did... Or all the other tournaments he did 4 fights and he gained 60-20. Now he did 3 fights and gained 48-16. And those are the same numbers. Like if each fight gives him... No. My math is a little off. But it's still proportional, so... Still. My god. Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. Good job. Okay, so you... No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't need to do the special training. I want him to rest right now. Plus, I think he's got a tournament immediately, right? So, back-to-back tournaments is going to be better than doing a special training. Yeah. Yeah, back-to-back tournaments is better than doing a special training in there. Especially since he's not having any problems with this. Alright. Get him, Shredder. That's fine. As always, getting close, let him kind of slap you around, which will do absolutely nothing, and then just counter with a massive fucking uppercut to destroy the enemy, and everything will work out. Get in there. Get him. Another Oko. Oh, Shredder. Best monster. Ooh, GLaDOS Oko'd Bakker. No, Bakker Oko'd GLaDOS? That doesn't make any sense. Bakker doesn't have that much power. Whatever. Wow, good contribution. Okay. I'm gonna just stay in close while you do that horse shit. Go ahead. Do it again once your guts are charged. Cool. Alright. Again, allow me to retort. Bakker has too much defense for me to Oko, but... That's still like, for an extremely high defense monster, that's a ton of damage. What's he gonna do about it? Yeah, you're gonna do nothing other than get punched again and lose your face. Counter him, Shredder. Take him out. Boom! Oh, yeah. Well, now I just feel like a bully. Shredder has removed all of the drama from all of these matches. Oh, that's not the stat we needed, but it's the same 4816 gain. Speed went up a level. Wait, no it didn't. It was already at 402. Still. That's okay. That's fine. A little bit of wasted stats is not a big deal. And we open the gold box, and it's a whip, which means I can sell that and get a shitload of money. It's too bad that isn't reflected in the total winnings that the monster has earned, because I'm curious. Very curious how much he has done for us. Alright, so next battle is July 4. So we've got time. And he's still only 2 years, 10 months. He has not hit age 3 yet. Ridiculous. Alright, your lowest stat is defense and accuracy-ish. Okay, do defense first. That's what we prioritize. Soon his oh, come on, man. It's because I hit the A button and skipped the cutscene? Come on, Shredder, you're better than that. Anyway, his intelligence is going to be 0 by the time we're done here. Oh wait, defense 12? Is he slowing down a step? No, because he's still got maximum numbers from doing the tournament. I bet it's because he's stressed out since I yelled at him. So he probably didn't maximize his gain from that. Because he shouldn't be ready to die yet. He should have probably a good few months left. 13. Yeah, it's better. And Zans aren't predisposed to defense anyway, so that he's probably not going to gain a ton of points. I guess most of his defensive gains have been lucky gains, like from tournament wins and such. I haven't had to train too much defense for him to keep his numbers up. Today is Shredder's birthday. Happy birthday, Shredder. Happy 3rd. Okay, so there we go. So now his defense and life are both over 750. Oops. So power and accuracy. We'll get the power here. Yep. Accuracy 14. Okay, yeah, he's not slowing down quite yet. He's just not predisposed to defense, which is obvious because he's a friggin' Zan. If I was working on his speed, he'd probably be gaining that pretty rapidly too. Close. Defense may go below 350 here, but we'll just get it right back up. I was thinking maybe the strategy is slow down a little at A class, getting stats, and then go to S. I mean, that's definitely possible. The S class itself like the official S, is not as bad as the final 4. The final 4 are the bad ones. I estimated that we would need 700 to 750s across the board in order to survive the big 4, but it took him this long to get there. That's why I'm like, I don't know if that's really doable. I don't know if it would have been doable with him, because a lot of these stat points we're gaining are from tournament victories. But if he had had an extra year, like if Monsters lived 4 years rather than 3.5, then I think he would have been able to beat the game. And maybe Shredder always could have beaten the game. There's not really anything I can do about it unless I loaded the save state and tried it a different way, which I don't want to do. And I know you're not even asking me to do it. I'm just spitballing. My point is Shredder might have been able to finish the game, but I like my chances of getting a Generation 3 monster and then buying his training. Because also, if we have the money to just constantly do special trainings, then we can get Rising Rave very quickly, just because we're just not, like, we're always spending time doing special training. So I would go out of my way, and if we use Zan as the base, I will go out of my way to get Rising Rave as soon as fucking possible. You know, we just always pick whichever special training gives us the best chance to learn a new move, even if it's intelligence, because the point is to just get that new move, just to get Rising Rave as soon as we can. And once we've got it, you know, then the stats just... Then special training is just about the stats. And maximizing power and maximizing defense and maximizing accuracy, our life points wouldn't really matter that much. Because if we can execute Rising Rave extremely consistently and make it Okos or just Tukos, then, you know, that's victory in this game. Yeah, that's true. There were a lot of close calls in the Big Four. I think we did 2 of them, right? And like we won 2, and the only ones we lost were because we got power struck by a fucking golem. Like, it was the same golem each time. Stop headbutting me. You're critical damaging me for 0. The hell's wrong with you? Here, allow me to respond with your hard hit. Wow, he missed 2 of those. 2 70% chances. Alright, stab him. You've got to land 1. There you go. That's a victory. All we had to do was land 1. Suck it. We still knocked him out. It just took a little longer. Oh, boy. Imagine eating nothing but pills for your entire life. You know, it's one of those things where, like, if you're never introduced to food, maybe it wouldn't be so bad because you wouldn't know what you're missing. But as soon as you give a kid a taste of sugar, you've lost him forever. Hey, look, coffee and soda in my fridge. I say that, but whenever I drink coffee, I always drink it black. I used to need, like, a shitload of creamer in my coffee to be able to stomach it, but now I just like the taste of coffee. Going back to what you had said earlier, Raphael, you're not wrong. The slowing down in the A class is important. I think it is actually necessary, but it's like we'll have to kind of calculate how long he can stay in the A class. Because I basically want to have about 1.5 years in the S class. That way I can get up into the Big Four and lose a match of the Big Four and still possibly get the victory. So we can't stay in the A class for too long. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because we should be able to rapidly get to the A class, and then we should stay there for a minute. At least until we know we've got the stats to keep going. Although if we're in like the 700s by the time we get to the A class, we just need to just go. It'll just depend on where our Gen 3 monster is at when it gets to the A class. Hey, we didn't get the maximum points now. We might be slowing down a little bit. But I mean, he's 3, so it would make sense. But you know what? Even if we're losing a step, it's just a step. We're not done yet. And he's in good shape. He's fuck. He doesn't even need a rest. We're just gonna go. Alright, next fight is January 2 if he makes it. This being August and him being 3, he may not make it, but we're gonna try. Alright, accuracy is below 750, so that's our priority. There we go. Alright, all stats are at 750, so now we're gonna work on getting all stats to 800. And I dropped a few frames again, and I don't know why, but it's fine. Everything is fine. $10 points. Yup, he's definitely lost a step. That's unfortunate. Well, we are now witnessing Shredder's final days, or final months. We're going to do as best we can, because we still want to get those numbers over 800 if we can. Stop dropping frames. Yeah, man, I really hope this fixes it. I'm tempted. What was I gonna do today? I was in Final Fantasy with Akamura. Is that all I was gonna do? I have started a Kick channel. I did my first Kick stream 2 days ago, and I didn't advertise it because it was a stress test and just, you know, trying to figure out how Twitch or how Kick works. Kick is basically Twitch. Its interface is very similar. However, I cannot go with PyroFalkon because some jackoff took the PyroFalkon name on Kick. So I had to pick something else. But I'm keeping it secret. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to be there. And when I did it, it was a silent stream. And I've been wanting to do silent streams more, like no commentary, but I think it might mess with my algorithm if I do it on the YouTube or the Twitch channel. So I've thought about using it for Kick or even starting a second YouTube channel that does no commentary streams. But it's kind of pointless. So it's just still something I'm experimenting with. If Kick winds up being something, I guess I will share the name, but for now, I'm keeping everything on the down low. Like, don't go out of your way for Kick. Don't subscribe to Kick or anything. It's fine. No, it is not PyroFalkons. It would not... Like, as logical as it would be to just put an S at the end or a number, you know me, I had to do something dumb. So, I mean, I can say the channel name, just don't go there expecting anything's going to happen. It's PyroFalkon Kick Me, because, you know, we're on Kick. Ha 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 ha. So, if you go to the Kick, if you have a Kick account, you see PyroFalkon Kick Me, that is actually me. It's got my logo and everything. Whoever took the PyroFalkon name, the logo of that channel is just some buff shirtless dude. So, I don't know what that's about, but that is unfortunately not me. Alright, let's do a special training. It's on sale. This is for the stats. We need accuracy, so that will be the one we pick. Don't care about the skill. If I pick it, I can't enter the next match I signed up for? Wait, it's not January already. Okay, so she means the next official. That's fine. I don't... Oh, shit, I should have been buff Pyro. Oh, that's so much smarter. I absolutely should have been buff Pyro. I can change my kick name once every 60 days. I could do buff Pyro instead. That'd be funny. That's on brand. 43% chance to hit now with Rising Rave. That is how speedy this pixie is. Stop kissing me. Just slap me. Slap me in the face and call me daddy. Just don't smooch me in the process. What did I just say? Oh, God damn it. Alright, we're gonna have to hit her now. I don't have the... You know what? I should be using the stabs because I need the cheap moves. Damn it. Well, I guess get your guts up as high as they can go. God, I fucked this all up. I did not stay tight against her like I should have. Alright, go. Spam her. There we go. All I needed was one. And insurance. Good job, Shredder. That should get his accuracy to 800. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's there. Well done. Okay, so now what are your numbers up to? Power is the only one that's lagging. So we've got a power defense? Yeah, power defense. Oh, less than 10. He's definitely slowing down. I don't think he's going to make it to January. I think he's, It's November, so he might, but he's not going to make it much farther than that. The craziest thing is, since he can't die, even if his numbers are cut in half, he would actually stand a pretty good chance at winning in the A class. So it's like, his numbers are so good across the board. If I was playing this on my own and, you know, not worrying about just trying to get done for the show, I might not combine him. I might use him as a perpetual money-making machine. Because you don't get your stats cut in half if you're tired. It's not that bad. It can be serious, but even if he loses 200 points per stat, that'd be 25%, and he would still be well ahead of where he would need to be to win in the A class. So he could just stay in the A class forever and get me a shitload of money before I breed him. And then I could get those 2 items anyway. It would still take a while, though, and I don't want to commit the time to do that for the sake of the show and for the sake of everything else I'm playing. But it would certainly work if I was playing on my own. Alright. Yep, keep eating pills. And we've got a tournament next week. Wow, he did make it. We've managed his health pretty well this for Shredder also. Like, he's lasting longer than a lot of Zans do. 3 years, 7 months. Like, he's not got much longer, but the fact he's made it this long is huge. Why not combine? Oh, I will. I'm just saying, like, for the money, if I kept him here, like, if I kept him in the A class for another, what, 5 years, because they don't die, So if I won every tournament for 5 years in the A class, I would make enough that I could get both remaining camp items, and then I could combine him, and then I'd have all of that money plus all of the camp items. And then the next monster would have every advantage he could possibly... He'd be a rich kid. Boom! Oko on the Durahan! Suck it, Ruben! I swear, I need to turn my phone off whenever... Yeah. It's just Alexa telling me about the Cubs game today. Alexa, stop. Alright. Go. Nice. Oh, yeah. One-shotting an Antlin. I'll take it. Nisi has flipped over. And the way she is laying, her head is upside down. So all of her little neck blood is just draining into her head while she's asleep. Like, for a human, that would hurt your neck something fierce. I don't think Nisi has very many pain receptors. She is passed the hell out. It's very cute. I know if I get up to take a picture of her, she'll get disturbed. I'll try once the stream is over, but she is looking very cute. 90% chance to hit with those shots. See, at that point, if something's a 90% chance, then there's no reason for me to even save my guts. I should just do it. Just to get the fight over with. I did not need either of those stats. Oh well. So it goes. I mean, having speed is still... Oh, that was all he could do. Well, his last act was punching the shit out of people, so... He definitely retired as he left. Good job, Shredder. Let's see your final stats. 58 and 2. Unfucking believable. Once he got past those two monsters that lucked out against him, it was just nothing but wins. This is probably one of my most successful monsters who did not beat the game. Because it wasn't just the win record, it was the stats. 800s in the primary stat with 400 in the speed. That is quality. That is a monster that could beat the game with those stats. So, I still don't think it's still, you know, up in the air whether he could have done it if I had put him in the S class that early. But with those stats, if things broke my way, I could have beaten the game with him. He did unbelievably well. Alright, so take your last rest. I always let monsters rest for their last week. Excellent work. And he's in good shape now. So, like, if there was a tournament this week, he probably would have been able to get through it. At least knowing that strategy, if our Generation 3 monster hits his age limit before he's won, we might still be able to finish the game anyway. Of course, we won't know until next week when we actually have him, but... Oh, I feel a little sad that Shredder, well... Don't be sad it's over, be happy that it happened, right? I don't think so he got power move late. That's true. If I had gotten Rising Rave early, then, well, whatever. No reason to if this to death. Okay, so we're going to... Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do... What was it? On light? Hold on. What was it? Yes, on light. Let's see what on light looks like. I assume it's just that Suezo. Yeah. Gigandi. Alright. I mean, whatever. Definitely don't need it. I'm gonna look at its entry in the book, though. Oh, I went the wrong way, probably. Gigandi has Actiview? I don't know what that is. Dark Aura means he resists mind attacks. He's got some pretty good stats for a starting monster. I mean, all of those make him immediately competitive in the D class. For a new Gen 1, it's not a bad starting place. If I was more intelligence heavy for this run, it wouldn't be a bad one to pick. Although since his power number is higher, he might be a power Suezo, and I don't know how well that could work, but whatever. Okay, we got the thing. Let me make a note in my notes. So On Light is a Suezo unique. There we go. Alright, so, Studio. Okay, we're going to combine both ways. I'm going to start with Dragon as the base, since that's probably the one I'm not going to use. So that's Juniper and Shredder. So that does make a Dragon Zan, Ouroboros, 300 power. Accuracy, defense, and life are right behind. So 350 is where they need to be for the B class. So he would be real quick going up the ranks, especially if we buy his training to get defense and accuracy up there that quick. But of course, we'll have a dragon at that point. So if I combine the other way, Shredder as the base and Juniper as the sub, then we have ourselves a Zan Dragon. Power is 300, accuracy is 322. Speed's better. Defense and life are a little bit more lacking, but he'd probably get high toughness out of it, and we have the drugs to give him that anyway. So we can make up for the defense life. And honestly, if I get Rising Rave super early, I don't need defense and life as much. Power and accuracy is what I would need. He would be offense first. So yeah, I mean, that's the play. So Shredder Juniper becomes a Hamura, and then we'll check his traits. Let's do it. Thank you both, Shredder and Juniper. You have been phenomenal Gen 2s, and it has all led up to this. I don't know what I was expecting for the color combination, but Ronald McDonald was not it. Still. Oh, and Ledge with the name before I even ask. Kaiser it is. That's a good name. Welcome to the family, Kaiser. You have a lot of expectations on your shoulders. Alright, so let's check him out. Does he have Rising Rave from the start? He does not. That is the only issue. So somersaults and stabs. At least he's got stab. And then, like I said, I should be able to purchase through special training Rising Rave pretty quickly. More importantly, he's got heat resistance. He's got Dark Aura, so he's immediately more resistant to fire and magic. But he's got high toughness, so life and defense goes up. And he's got high power, so strength goes up faster. Holy shit. So if I can just get his accuracy going quickly, and if I can get Rising Rave very quickly, he is going to be one tough motherfucker to beat. Because if I can get his accuracy up enough that So my entire strategy, as you have seen, is I typically wait to build up Guts to 90 before I do my first attack. That way it's maximizing my chance to hit. But if he gets Rising Rave early, and he can throw Rising Rave with at least a 70 or 80% chance to hit immediately, then he could just open every fight with an immediate Rising Rave. And paired with having a higher strength parameter, he might just be able to one-shot every monster within 5 seconds and then just be done with it. And then life and defense wouldn't matter, but I would still have him as a backup. Like, Jesus. There is a lot of pressure on Kaiser, but I think he's going to live up to it. So we're going to head back to the ranch because that's when the game saves. It won't save until I do that. So, and then, so with as much money as we've got, see, immediately he's at probably will learn a new skill. We have $96,000. So, Alexa, what's 96 divided? Never mind, it's 32. So, he has enough funds to do 32 special trainings, even without a single victory and at full price. 32 special trainings. And he's only probably going to live about 38 months. So, 32 special trainings out of 38 months. Like, obviously, he's going to get through that. So, yeah, he's almost certainly going to beat the game for us next week. Next week will probably be our last Monster Rancher Advance episode. Oh boy, I'm excited. All right, as much as I want to do it right now because that's how my brain works, we're gonna save the state like that, and now I'm gonna wrap up. So thank you all very much for watching. It's been interesting. This week should be normal. There is some talk going on at my tax office about certain training that was unexpected. I mentioned that at the beginning of this stream, so I don't know if my schedule is changing anytime soon. It will probably change sooner than later, unfortunately. We may have to cut back our streams either by length or by number, or maybe by both, change some days around or whatever. But if you stay subscribed and stay on all those socials and the Discord link that I'm sure Ledge will post here in a second, you'll be the first to know when we do schedule adjustments for tax season. But as I said, I'm liking this whole world of Final Fantasy World Tour plus Monster Rancher. The content may not change, even if some of the timing does. I'm not going anywhere. I still love doing YouTube too much to quit. So thank you all again. And I will see you again next week for another stream. Bye, everybody.